What another great week of volatility, guys. Wow, so it's been a great week this week for us. So okay then, guys, so this is Tommy from Trading with Harmony, and this is your first time on the channel, so welcome. Stay tuned. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff that we had predicted last week, so for some great moves that happened, and then we'll be looking for moves for this week coming. So I'll see you straight after the intro. Alrighty then, so we're here at the euro dollar. So we can see that the actual bears are in move, and then like last week I was talking about this actually. We were talking about what was going to happen. Quite possibly was this move the actual head and shoulders pattern, and it broke that there. We can see, and with the bears are in motion at the moment. Okay, so let's go into the 4 hours. So last week I was talking about, we were at this point here. We had finished here at this point, okay? And what I was talking about, if we can get one more move back up to that, which it didn't actually, but the thing was that what I was talking about was that if this actually support line holds, then basically we quite possibly will get a move back up, one more move. But it did break that, as we can see, and then the bears were in motion. So we can see then basically for this week coming, then what I'm looking for then is for a move quite possibly back up into this actually resistance line, and then down to our TP level being the 1.1560 in the euro dollar. Okay, so the pound dollar then we can see. So we can see here that actually the ascending channel has been broken here, and it's come down to a significant actually support here, came resistance, and has come actually support again. So we're at a significant line at the moment. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our actual setups. Okay, so last week we were at this point here. We finished at this point here, and what I was talking about was if we can get one more move down to our ascending channel and then back up here to this level before the market was going to bear down, it actually, so this didn't actually hold then at all. So it actually, what we got then was a actual a lot of kind of resistance came here on the actual bottom part of the ascending channel before we got this big engulfing candle and shot down past it. So for this week then, what I am looking for then is for price to come back up to this actually resistance level, then to continue down south and hit our TP level, take profit at the 1.2630. So last week we were talking about the descending channel, and we were coming down low close to this actually the bottom part of it here, and basically the actual move that I was predicting last week did happen. It came down and just touched that. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. So last week we were at this, we finished at this point here, and what I was talking about was looking for one more move down south, which it did, and hit our TP level being the 104.15. so you're on that move, guys, well done. So for this week coming then, we can see that actually has hit the actual bottom part of our descending channel here and has shot back up into the north direction. So let's see then what we're looking for this week then. If we can get a bit more of a better risk reward, pull back into this actually weekly support being the 105.05, and then back up to our TP level being the 10600. This is what I'm looking at for this week and beyond in the actual dollar yen. Okay, so the dollar Canadian. So last week where I was talking about that we're pretty much we were in a kind of a sideways move before the actual this week, before the actual the bulls got back in motion again and shot past the actual sideways move here. So let's go into the 4 hour and have a look at our setups. So last week we were actually at this point here. We finished at this point here. And what I was talking about, if we can get a bit of a more of a pullback for a better risk reward and then shoot up and hit our TP level, which it did this week. So it hit our 1.3255. So now for this week coming, what I am looking for is if we can get a better risk reward. So if we can get a better risk reward, if price can come back into this kind of level here and then to shoot back up north and hit our TP level being the 1.3470 in the dollar Canadian. Okay, so the pound Aussie then. So this week then we can see where this actually weekly support line here, actually it wasn't broken where the actual bulls got back into play. So let's go into the 4 hours. So the pound Aussie, last week we actually finished at this point here. What I was talking about last week, if we get a move and a candle that finishes down beneath this level here, then we were looking for a move down south. So like I was saying, if that didn't happen, quite possibly what we were going to get was a move up north, and which did happen actually. So for this week coming then, what I am looking for then is actually for price to actually, for a better risk reward, if we can get price to come back down into this level and then back up north and hit our TP level being the 1.8244 in the pound Aussie. Okay, so the euro yen, so we can see here that the actual the bears are in motion at the moment. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week we were at this point here. We finished at this point here. And what I was talking about then was if we can get a move down to this to our TP level, which it did, it hit our TP level being the 123.05. So if you're in that move, guys, well done. So for this week coming then, what I am looking for then is a quite possibly a bit more of a pullback up and then down to more south and hit our TP being the 122.15 in the euro yen. Here last week I was talking about that our top part of our ascending channel has been hit here like several times. Here has been hit many times. It's been hit here with these candles. And then finally we got a break through this top part of our ascending channel. So let's go into the actual 4 hour. So last week we were at this point here. What I was talking about, if we can get a bit of a move down to the actual support line here, and if that holds then, that we were looking for one more move back up. So it didn't actually hold, so you can see we got a big actually engulfing candle here that finishes down way underneath that. So then so the market direction then changed. So the actual bears are in motion at the moment. So let's see then. So for this week then, what I am looking for then is that if we can get a better risk reward, so price to come back up into this, once it doesn't go over this actually 1894 resistance line, we're looking for a move up to here and then back down south to our TP level being the 1825 in gold. The Dow here we can see where the actual bears are in motion and has broken our actual ascending channel a few weeks back at this point here. But so let's go into the actual 4 hours. So last week we were at this point here, and what I was talking about, if we can get a bit more of a pullback up into this actually resistance level and then down to hit our TP level, which it did. So it hit our TP being the 27,200. So now for this week, what I am looking for then is for a better risk reward. If we can get price to come back up into this, and once it stays underneath the issue 27,460 resistance, I'm looking for another move down south to hit our TP, take profit at 26,380 in the Dow. Alright guys, so that's it then again for another week. So don't forget guys to subscribe to the channel and to give your thumbs up. I appreciate that. So have a great week guys, and see you next week. Take care.